from Mam Talks. I thought it would be kind of fun. It's a little bit cool out. It was a last minute thought to do this, so I didn't dress up for the occasion. However, it was cool out today, and I know in California our cool is like 57, 58 degrees, but for us it's cool. So I thought something warm, and it's Tuesday. We always call this Taco Tuesday, so I thought tortilla soup, chicken tortilla soup. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to use, of course, our famous spatula from Loki's workshop. And from Millbrook Mercantile, I'm going to use one of the towels. I have the face mask. I'm not using it right now. When Anna and I get back together, we will most likely be having these face masks on, but all of these Etsy products will be listed on our site and on the YouTube. So let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're going to put in a couple teaspoons of olive oil into my Instant Pot. I'm not always the best at measuring things, I just kind of put things in. And we're going to hit the saute function. Now, let's see if I can find saute. I did, there's saute. And we're going to add green chilies, and all this will be on the site as well, the recipe. A whole thing of green chilies. Let's see if I can do, let me get this out with this, might be too big. Oh, got it. All right, all of these yummy green chilies and onion. And I chopped everything up ahead of time to make it a little easier. So we're just going to kind of stir it around for about 3 or 4 minutes. And while it's doing that, I just wanted to show you, when I do chopping and cutting up things, whatever, I actually have 2 cutting boards I use. I use this one, which is actually recycled products. It's pretty cool, on Amazon like everything else. And I use this for, mostly for when I'm doing like meats, chicken, fish, things like that, that you don't want to have seeping in. And this other really cool one, which is all wood. Again, I think Amazon. I use that for my vegetables. I cheated today and used this one for the potatoes. For those of you Breaking Bad fans, I don't know if you've seen this in the background, but I have this cutting board. Recognize Walter on that? Awesome, huh? And as you can tell, I haven't used it. I guess I could use, well, it's really meant for decoration, and I would never mess this up, but I have a lot of fun with this. Okay, so we're just going to saute away, and that will be just for a few minutes. Okay, so now we are ready to add the chopped up carrots and celery. I'm going to throw that into the pot. We're going to saute these again for another 3 to 4 minutes, and I'm also going to add garlic. And I bought this at Trader Joe's. It's just minced garlic. It's so much easier than doing it myself. Kind of cheating, I guess. But I'm going to take 5 cloves all together. This is going to be really garlicky, so if you like garlic, you've come to the right place. So again, I'm just going to stir this up. I will show you what it's looking like in here without causing too much of a mess. So it's just sitting there, getting kind of soft, tender. And then the fun stuff, adding a lot more goodies to this. I am a big fan of chicken tortilla soup. I have found that in a lot of restaurants, it's just too salty for me. So I end up adding like a lot of sour cream in it and mixing it, trying to tone it down that way. This called for a lot of spices. You'll see in the recipe how many spices are in here. I backed off a little bit on them, especially on the actual salt. So we'll see. Time for more goodies. I say okay all the time, don't I? But now we're going to add all the good stuff. We're going to add, now they called for chicken thighs. I chose chicken slicely thin breasts. So I'm going to pour all that in here. That was a big blob of chicken. And let's see. Yep, everything is in there. Again, I will show it to you in just a minute. So the chicken. Then we are adding black beans that were drained well. Okay, black beans. And then we are adding, I love this stuff. It's diced fire roasted tomatoes. And we're just gonna pour the whole bag in there. Okay, then, this gets crazy. Then we're going to put in corn. And it called for 10 ounces of frozen corn. This is about, let's see, that's about 10 ounces. You like my measuring? So I have a little bit of corn in there. On top of the corn, we add chicken broth. A lot of chicken broth. Look at this, 4.5 cups of chicken broth. I can't even imagine this is all gonna fit in here, but it says it will, so I have to trust it, right? Then we add water. I'm not sure what the water is going to do because we already have all this chicken broth, but I'm a rule follower, so I'm going to follow their orders and put in that. It's getting full, you guys. Okay, water. Potatoes. It asked for potatoes. Oh, I did forget something. The enchilada sauce. Look at this, a whole cup of enchilada sauce. I should probably have a margarita to sip while I'm making this. What do you think? Look at that. Wow. Okay, now potato. Now this is gonna be tricky because I don't want to get these all over myself. So I think what I will do, I don't know if this is gonna fit in here, to be honest with you guys. Maybe I put in too much chicken. I probably did. I get carried away. So I'm gonna very carefully, so I don't splatter. I should be wearing something, I know. Put in the potatoes. We're getting close. And then it calls for, hold on, lime juice. I love this little gadget. This is so fun. This is how I do all of my juicing. Just simply put this in here like that, and there's your fresh lime juice. We'll do one more. That's how I make fresh lemonade. Look at that. For all of my lemon good recipes. And then lastly, I'm going to tell you what's in here. Salt, cumin, chili powder, ground chili pepper, Cajun seasoning, black pepper, oregano. See all that? It's kind of pretty, huh? I'll tell you, if you put it too close to your nose, it's going to make you sneeze. This is the last item that's going in, and I'm going to just kind of put this all over. And then it's telling me to stir well. I feel like it's going to explode. There's so much stuff in here, and it is kind of hard to stir, but I'm going to have faith in this recipe, tried and true. All right, everything is pretty well stirred. It will continue to do so, but it's pretty well stirred, okay? Now we get to lock and lid, high pressure for 14 minutes. Help if I did it the right way. Wait a minute. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're good. So it's going to be, let's see, pressure level high for 14 minutes. Let's see. Pressure level. Oh, maybe I didn't mark it right. Let's see. Am I going to have another one of these problems? Oh, pressure cook. There we go. On high for 14 minutes. Okay? We will be back, me and my tortilla soup, to see what happens when it does the real beeping. See you again in a minute. I'm back. Let's see what's going on here. We will check this out together. I'm going to let out a little bit of steam. With these Instant Pots, you have to be really careful, because if you do it too fast or standing close to it, you would definitely get a burn. So this is kind of it's not really the natural release, it's more just like helping it release some of that pressure so we can open it up and see what's happening. So I'm going to do that, and after releasing a lot of the pressure, I'm going to see how we're doing here. You know what they do? It smells really good. So I think the easiest way to get the chicken out, maybe, I'll use this slotted spoon. And what I want to see is if the chicken is now ready to be shredded. Because then after you shred it, you put it back in. I'm going to take one out. I'm going to very carefully move this, because I want you guys to see there we go. I want you guys to see the chicken here. Look at that. Just falls right apart. Is this amazing how fast these things cook? And there is cooked and shredded. So now I'm going to just continue. There's a lot of pieces in here. So I'm going to take them out. I will shred them and then I will check back in. So everything is shredded. It was kind of messy doing all that, so I didn't want to have you sit and just watch me do this. But everything is shredded. It's just all back in here. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to put the lid back on. Whoops, that way. And I think I will turn it on to just keep warm. And maybe even increase the time a little bit. Let's see. I think I'll do it for maybe 20 minutes, and I think that will just keep it cooking a little bit more. And then we will come back and see how it tastes. Okay, that's gonna be the best part. Okay, time for a close-up and a taste test. Are you ready? All right, nice and steamy. That down. Going to take a ladle and stir it. It is absolutely, look at that, chock full of chicken and vegetables. If this isn't good, I give up. Now it's interesting though, it has potato in it, and I've never had tortilla soup with potato. But I'm going to fill a bowl so you guys can see what this is gonna look like here. Look at that. Oh. Okay. I'm also, look at that. I'm going to add some, they're actually quinoa and black bean tortilla chips. So I'm gonna scrunch some of those in here. It's gonna be hot, I can tell. I don't know, maybe more than temperature hot, but for sure temperature hot. A little bit of shredded cheese. Wow. Now all it needs, actually sometimes I take avocado and cut pieces of avocado in there. Sometimes sour cream in case it's spicy. We'll soon find out. You can cut up. You can put some sour cream in there. And it's also a really good idea to have a margarita next to it. Because if it's really hot and you need to cool off your mouth, what better way, right? That's what I say. Okay, let's go ahead and take a taste. I just hope it's not too spicy. It shouldn't be, right? It's perfect. You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? I'm not lying. This is a meal. This is absolutely delicious. This recipe will be on our website at www.mamtalks.com. And it will be up on the YouTube like you're looking. There'll be a link on Instagram and on Facebook. So please, on all of our social media, please like and share and comment, and definitely please subscribe on YouTube. And let me know if you make this and if you do anything different, or you add anything different. And I sure have a lot here, so anybody need some tortilla soup? Have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. See you next time. Bye.